Hey guys, welcome to Sales Mastery. My name is Rich Bruckner. Today I'm going to talk about assuming the close. This is one of the first most effective techniques that I was taught in sales, and it was taught to me as a habit. It was taught to me as something that you always do on every sale. I was taught, and I still do it to this day, to always assume that the client is buying. Even if it's a prospect client, assume that they do want to purchase your product or service. And it's not really a question of yes or no, it's more of a question of how many. When I pitch something, and my business was always sales over the phone, we had a script to follow. And the script always ended with a close, which would be something along the lines of, I'm going to get this out to you in just 3 to 5 business days. I'm covering the shipping, freight, and insurance as well as the credit card fees. The only thing I ask of you is that when you sign for the package, you pick up the phone and give me a call so you can let me know how much you love it. Okay? And the idea there is that you don't go through this whole presentation and then ask, so would you like to buy some of these? You definitely don't want to say something like, you don't want one of these, do you? Because that's what people do when they lose confidence in a sale. I mean, I've seen people talk themselves out of a sale all the time. I've been in like Best Buy, let's just say for an example, and the guy behind the counter is like, "You want to buy the warranty?" And I didn't even have a chance to say anything yet, and he just kind of looks at me and goes, "You really don't need it." Like, all right, I mean, I appreciate you telling me that, but if your job as a salesman and they have you selling something you don't believe in, maybe you should go find something else to sell. You know, I mean, if you're talking people out of purchasing something, then something's wrong with what you're doing. You need to be selling something that you believe in on some level, or that you're excited about on some level. You know, that's just for me. If I was selling something that I had no interest in, no belief in, something that I didn't like at all, I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't sell it. I would go find something else that I could sell that I have some level of belief in, or some level of interest in. Because I'm never going to put myself in a position where I'm offering somebody something and saying, you really don't need this. It's just not going to happen. So that assuming the close is, it first of all, it shows confidence, right? It shows confidence in what you're doing, because what you're saying by doing the just call me when you get it, let me know how much you love it, instead of, hey, do you want to buy this, is you're showing the prospect or client that the idea of them saying no hasn't even crossed your mind. That's how amazing this product is. There's no reason why you wouldn't say yes to this. There's no logical reason for you to say no to something like this. So the idea hasn't even crossed my mind. All right, and then from there, just to if they do hit you with an objection or something along those lines, one catchphrase that salesmen do all the time that I can't stand, and is when they go, well, how about this? How about this is like you're on a dingy used car lot. How about this is just, to me, it's the worst thing you could say to somebody who just said no. There's a lot of other ways that you could approach giving an alternative, and one of those could be, let me ask you this, or let me just say this. And you could either ask a question or throw in another statement. So instead of saying, how about this, you're expanding the conversation. You're by either asking a question or by providing more information. Let me just say this. You know, and you know, something that you could say is, you know, the only reason why somebody would possibly say no to a deal this good would either be one of two reasons. And I'm not saying that this is what it is, but it could be one, that you're not the decision maker in the house. The only other thing I could think of is that you don't have enough information, or there's something that's not making sense to you that I haven't clarified enough. So what is it about the deal that doesn't make sense to you? And then by asking them that question, then you can get the real objection. They might tell you at that point, well, the price is a little high, or, I don't have enough money right now, or I've got to talk to, there's going to be a lot of different objections that can come up at that point, but now you've moved the conversation forward without just saying, how about this? And if you're looking to something to say when you're about to offer an alternative, instead of how about this, I would always say, let me make another suggestion. Or do you mind if I make a different recommendation? I hear what you're saying. I know you weren't sitting by the phone with a big bag of cash waiting to make a purchase today. Let me make another suggestion, because I don't want to overextend you, and then you might offer something that's more cost effective if the cost was the objection. So that's just one other alternative that you could use for how about this. I hope this helped to explain assuming the close. I put a little bonus information in there as well. If you have any specific questions about sales, you have some objections that are really killing you, you don't know what to say, leave those in the comments and I'll address them in a future video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes of Sales Mastery. I'm going to be releasing a new one every single week. And thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time.